So just coming to sit in a comfortable position, just settling down into this space and just taking some time out for yourself. Getting yourself comfortable, perhaps aligning your back, head up. Perhaps closing your eyes or just a lowered gaze. That concept of just allowing ourselves to just release things that perhaps we've been unkind to ourselves about. Without forcing anything, this practice is just going to allow you to just perhaps bring up feelings and allow yourself to become aware of them and to bring in the idea of self-forgiveness, that kindness to self, and just allowing those emotions to be able to rise and go just like the waves. Noticing at any time that if anything becomes uncomfortable, just coming back to the breath. And so for this moment, just tuning into the breath, allowing yourself to come into the here and now. Notice that journey of breath in through the nose, down into the depths of the stomach, and just notice that stomach rising, the chest expanding. As you're breathing out, just bringing yourself grounded into the here and now. Noticing that movement of breath, that wonder of breath. And as you're ready, just expanding that awareness out through the breath into the whole body. Just noticing any thoughts that arise and just allowing them to drift off. And just bringing your awareness to any emotions that you're feeling right now. Just simply noticing how your mind, your body, and your heart is in this very present moment. And now just beginning to allow that attention of breath to turn a sense of kindness into the self and just allow that breath to just journey through the body. That breath just sweeping through. And notice how the body feels. And now, with your awareness, just bringing to mind something that perhaps you've done or something that you don't feel aligned with, something that you're not so proud of. Without judgment, without expectation, just giving yourself permission to recall that sense of feeling that sometimes you're just not feeling safe and secure with what you've done. Whether that has been intentionally or unintentionally. And noticing that idea of guilt and shame that sometimes comes upon us and stays with us. Just beginning to notice what that sense feels like and noticing that sense of carrying it with us. Just taking a few moments to just visualize and just notice those details, still with kindness. Just noticing what happens to your mind, your body, the sensations that arise, the thoughts and the emotions that go with this. And now, when you're ready, just gently saying to yourself, I forgive you. It's okay. Perhaps just intentionally just saying these words, I forgive myself for these actions that I did, whether intentional or unintentional. I did the best with what I had. No harm was meant. I forgive myself. And as you're saying these words, just breathe in that sense of kindness into yourself. And as you're breathing out, just letting go of any of that feeling of guilt or shame, and just knowing that it's okay to give yourself permission to forgive yourself. Just trusting yourself to ask for self-forgiveness in whichever way seems right to you. Just breathing that sense of kindness in, and with that breath out, just allowing that forgiveness to release any of those emotions or tenseness or tightness that have been created through recalling, without getting caught up in the mind of the story. Just allowing that breath to come and to go and to release. And just taking your time, being gentle with yourself. Just repeating those words. I forgive myself. I love myself. At your own in your own pace, and just may I be forgiven. May I forgive myself. I give myself permission to let go. And perhaps it's not even the importance of those words, but that sense of forgiveness, that sense of releasing, that sense of not needing to carry that with you anymore. That idea of all actions occur because of what we know and how we feel we need to be at that moment in time with the actions that have arisen. That it's okay, and that we can move on through that, and we can grow through that. Allowing that sense of heartfelt loving care to come from your heart into yourself, and to just release through that breath anything that perhaps you haven't been proud of. And just bringing that awareness to the body and the breath, and just noticing how that feels. Just asking for and then opening yourself up to that forgiveness. Allowing yourself to embrace that forgiveness. And just for these next few moments, just noticing that transition of what that feels like. To let go of the images, the thoughts, the stories. May I forgive myself. And trusting yourself to forgive yourself in a way that feels right to you. And just breathing in and out, and just allowing your body to settle in to that sense of letting go of any blame or shame. Just take those few easy, deep breaths into the here and now, following that breath of forgiveness. And perhaps now just turning that sense of forgiveness into a sense of gratitude for allowing yourself that permission to let go. For taking care of your own heart, your thoughts and your feelings. For lightening some of those burdens that have been carried and taken with you. To let go of some of those hurts that have burdened and been heavy for us. And just perhaps notice how that breath out can lighten us. Can awaken us into a different way of being for ourselves, for that kindness of self. And recognizing with that letting go comes a sense of freedom. A sense of happiness, a sense of lightness, a sense of spaciousness within us, ready to fill us up with newness. That beginner's mind of what every new day can bring. And allowing ourselves to let go of anything that no longer serves us. Just breathing in that sense of gratitude, of how wonderful you truly, truly are.